Hello everyone, welcome to Competitive Academia. This is our fourth video in the series of most important MCQs of Environment and Ecology from Shankar IAS. We have also covered some of the most important topics which were missing from Shankar IAS from other sources like Drishti, which is specifically for Hindi medium. So let's get started with the first question. The Global Environment Facility was established by, here D is the correct answer, all of these. It was established by United Nations Development Programme, UNEP and World Bank. It was started in the year 1991, all right, and it has 6 focal areas. Now, the trend of UPSC is moving towards more in-depth analysis, which we see in the question. So, the focal areas are also important for us. So, the focal areas were land degradation, biological diversity, climate change, international waters, ozone depletion, and persistent organic pollutants. The next question is, which of the following are administered by World Bank? Here the correct answer is option C, all of these. Biocarbon Fund, Forest Carbon Partnership Facility, Strategic Climate Fund, Forest Investment Program. These are very important to remember, and these are certain points which not only will help in your prelims, but you will also mention them in your mains as per requirement. Other programs are also led by World Bank, like scaling up renewable energy program for local income countries or low income countries, clean technology fund, partnership for market readiness. Moving on to the next question. UN-RED is administered by UN-RED is administered by UNDP. It became operational in the year 2008 and it is collaborated by 3 parties, namely UNEP, UNDP and FAO. Basically, it deals with afforestation. We also have UN-RED, which deals with afforestation plus community participation and also providing financial help. But UN-RED is a step backward than UN-RED plus. From the name only we can get to know that. So this is a multi-donor trust fund that allows donor to pool resources and provide funding with the aim of significantly reducing global emission from deforestation and forest degradation in developing countries. So you have to remember that it is for developing countries. So the next question is, now in this question you have to match the following, and this is one of the most common questions which is often repeated in PCS and in UPSC. You may not find such question, you may find 1 or 2 questions, but in PCS it is often repeated. So let's see the answer. Here it will be golden is related to fruit, pink is related to prawn, round is related to potato, and black for petroleum. So the correct answer will be A. We have also other categories like gray is used for fertilizer, yellow is used for oil seeds, red is used for meat, red is also used for tomato, and option will not be confusing. So you have to remember that it is used for meat and tomato also. Silver is used for egg and poultry production. All right, we shall move to the next question now. The next question is, consider the following statements and tick the correct answer. Parallel cropping includes growing 2 crops simultaneously having different growing habits. Relay intercropping includes growing 2 sets of intercrops one after the other. Here both the statements are true and you have to know the difference between them. This is the basic difference between them. So please remember. The next question is, consider the following statements and tick the incorrect option. Here again, We have to mark first thing, incorrect option. Mixed cropping includes growing 2 or more crops simultaneously intermingled without row arrangement. Mixed farming includes farming on a particular land and also raising livestock. Here both the statements are correct, so D will be the correct answer. None of the statements are wrong. The next question is, you have to find out the correct match. Organic farming, crops are produced with minimum use of fertilizer. All right. Diversified farming, more than 50% of the income derived from single crop production. And specialized farming, growing crops and raising livestock simultaneously. So which of the following pairs are correct? Here, the second pair, if we go for elimination, the second pair is wrong. It will be specialized farming, and the third pair is also wrong because it is mixed farming. So D will be the correct answer. The next question is, which of these characteristics describe permaculture? Farming mutually reinforcing ecological approaches to food production. All right. B is use of fertilizer is excluded. All right. Uses ecology as the basis for designing integrated system of food production, housing appropriate technology, etc. Or D, all of these. So here A will be the correct answer. Oh, I'm sorry, here C will be the correct answer. Uses ecology as the basis for designing integrated system of food production, housing, appropriate technology, etc. The first point is about eco-farming. And the second point is about organic farming. In organic farming, we try to exclude. We cannot completely eliminate, but we try to minimize it as far as possible. And the third point is about permaculture. Permaculture is a design which was introduced by Bill Mollison, and it is a design of ecological landscape that produces food. The next question is, which of the following are macronutrients required by plants? We are talking about macronutrients. So, if we go for elimination, zinc is a micronutrient. Iron is also a micronutrient. So 3 and 4 will be the correct answer. We have N, P, K, calcium, magnesium. These are macronutrients. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium. Very easy to remember. These are the basic. And we also have sulfur, which is a macronutrient. In micronutrient, we have boron, we have iron, we have copper, manganese, chlorine, molybdenum. These are the micronutrients. The next question is, you have to match the following. Here the correct answer is, let's see, first let's match. Glycation is sticky waterlogged soil. This is absolutely correct. Solonization is accumulation of sodium, and solidization is removal of sodium. And desalinization will be D, because this is the option left. So D will be the correct answer. The next question is, the Campa Fund, very important and very famous fund, has been established under it has been established under the National Afforestation Program. This is always has been in news. So this compensatory afforestation fund is for management and is kept by the Management and Planning Authority. It was formed under Forest Conservation Act 1980 for diversion of forest for non-forest use. Very important to remember. The next question is, Label is a campaign of Terry. Label stands for Lighting a Billion Lives to promote the use of solar lantern specially designed and manufactured on a decentralized basis. The next question is, countries which are party to the Mangroves for the Future includes. Here all the options are correct. This Mangroves for the Future, it includes India, Indonesia, Pakistan, Cambodia, very important to remember. Then we have Maldives, we have Seychelles, Vietnam, Thailand. These are the main countries. We have also outreach countries like Bangladesh, Cambodia, Myanmar, Timor, let's say. Dialogue countries are Kenya, Malaysia, and Tanzania. The main countries are important and the outreach countries. You can also frame this in your mind like where mangroves are mostly present. The next question is, which of the following personalities is associated with setting up of Animal Welfare Board? Again, a very important question. Here, A is the correct answer, Srimati Rukmini Arundale. Now, this Animal Welfare Board is a statutory body which was formed in 1962, and it was formed under Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. Its headquarters is located in Chennai, and it is the first of its kind to be established by any government in the world. So it's very important. The next question is, which of the following convention is not related to hazardous material? Here D is the correct answer. Helsinki is related to ozone protection. We have three important conventions relating to ozone. They are Helsinki, we have Montreal, the legally binding agreement. Then we have Vienna Convention. And all these three, Stockholm, Rotterdam, and Basel, these are related to hazardous material. I have framed a mnemonics like BROSM. You can also remember. M is for Minamata. Minamata is also for hazardous because it is for mercury. So I have kept it in this mnemonic. BROSM, you can remember. The next question is, which of the following are legally binding agreements? Here B is the correct answer. Convention on Biological Diversity, very important, and Forest Principles. These are the legally binding. No, I'm sorry, this Forest Principle is not legally binding. CBD and United Nations Framework for Convention on Climate Change. These two are legally binding. So these four things are the result of United Nations Convention on Development. This is the result of the first Earth Summit, which is also known as Rio Declaration on Environment and Development, United Nations Convention on Environment and Development. I'm sorry for the wrong full form of it. So the full form of United Nations CED is United Nations Convention on Environment and Development, and it is the result of the first Earth Summit, that is also known as Rio Declaration. The legally binding instruments were CBD and United Nations Framework on Climate Change. We had other instruments also, other results also, like Agenda 21 and Forest Principles. These were also born out of this declaration, but these two are legally binding. So it's very important to remember. The next question is, consider the following and find the incorrect match. This is a very simple question. Cartagena Protocol is related to living modified organisms. This is correct. These are certain key points which you need to remember and which will easily help you to solve the question in exams. So you have to remember this as it is. Nagoya Protocol is about equitable and fair sharing of benefits. Agenda 21 is about sustainable development goals. Correct. HE targets is not about wetland. It is about addressing the underlying causes of biodiversity loss by mainstreaming biodiversity across the government and society. And they aim at making people aware of the values of biodiversity and take appropriate steps to conserve and use it sustainably. Agenda 21 is of UN, so we can remember. The next question is, traffic is a joint conservation program of, here the correct answer is World Wide Fund and IUCN. It came out in the year 1976 and it was known as Species Survival Commission of IUCN. Traffic is an international network. All right, it is an international organization which is based in Cambridge, UK, with offices on 5 continents. It is an NGO which collaborates with government and CITES Secretariat. Its goal is to ensure that trade in wild plants and animals is not a threat to the conservation of nature. The next question is, which of the following programs are under United Nations? So if we go through elimination, we can find 1 is the correct answer. So we can eliminate those options which do not have 1. Then we have International Tropical Timber Association. This is also of UN. Coalition Against Wildlife. This is not of UN. So we can eliminate. So 2 gone. So C is the correct answer. Now, Global Tiger Forum is an intergovernmental institution which is established with members from willing countries to embark on a worldwide campaign, common approach, promotion of appropriate programs. It came out in the year 1994 and its secretariat is in New Delhi, so it's very important for us. And one more point is that it is the only intergovernmental body which is campaigning to save the tigers. It meets once in 3 years. Another very important thing we have from this option, that is Coalition Against Wildlife Trafficking. It is a unique voluntary public-private coalition of like-minded countries and organizations. Convention on Migratory Species is of UNEP. It is an intergovernmental treaty and it is the only global convention specializing in migratory species. So all these 3 are very important to remember. The next question is, following is the sole legal binding agreement for sustainable land management? UNCCD. The next question is, you have to match the following. Emphysema. Emphysema is basically breaking of the lung tissues due to, the main reason is air pollution. Then we have Yokkaichi asthma. This was caused in Japan and this was led due to burning of petroleum and crude oil released huge amount of sulfur that caused severe smog resulting in severe chronic pulmonary disease, chronic bronchitis. Another important point that India is the highest emitter of sulfur dioxide in the world now at present. Then blue baby syndrome is about high nitrate contamination and pneumoconiosis is black lung. So here the correct match will be C. The next question is, consider the following statements and find the correct option. Bioassays are very common in pollution studies. It is correct. It is a test in which organisms are used to detect the presence of physical, chemical and other disturbance. Both the statements are here correct. The next question is the following national parks of Northeast India, and you have to find out which of these are correctly matched. Okay, one important point I would like to discuss about bioassay is that the main aim of this is to find the lethal contamination or effective concentration causing mortality and other effect. There are three types of bioassays. They are static bioassay, where organisms are exposed to the same toxicant solution for the whole experiment period. We have renewable bioassay and also flow bioassay or flow through bioassay. All right. So here you have to match the correct national parks. Orang is not situated in Sikkim, it is in Assam. It has the highest density of tigers. Nokrek is in Meghalaya and Murlane is in Mizoram. So here 2 and 3 will be the correct answer. The next question is, again you have to match. Here B is the correct answer. Ranganthitu is in Karnataka. Kondinya is in Andhra Pradesh. Ghana Bird Sanctuary is in Rajasthan and Vedanthagal is in Tamil Nadu. The next question is, the protected area for national park and sanctuary is declared by the state government. The reason is, under the Environmental Protection Act 1986, state governments have the right to declare biodiversity and naturally geographical important areas as protected areas. So here A is correct and R is false. That is, assertion is correct, but the reason is false. It is declared under the Wildlife Protection Act 1972. This was the main point here. The next question is, you have to match the local names of sacred groves with their place. Gumpa is in Arunachal Pradesh. D is the correct answer. Gumpa is in Arunachal Pradesh. Sarna, Jharkhand. Sarakavu, Kerala and Mohak, Manipur. Important to remember. The next question is, consider the following statements. Rio Conference 1992 is the first global conference for conservation of biodiversity. This is correct statement. The next statement is, the purpose of this conference is to conserve biodiversity and ensure sustainable use of natural resources. Very easy. Both the statements are correct. They came up with our common future and the work of the World Commission, which laid the groundwork for Earth Summit 1992. That was the first meeting, 1987. An adaptation of Agenda 21. It was also known as Rio Declaration. We have already discussed this. The next question is, due to extinction of vultures, the environment will have the following effects. The spread of diseases like rabies and anthrax will increase. Environment pollution will increase. Here, if we see, both the statements are correct. Obviously, because this vulture, they feed on the carcasses and they are the cleaner of the environment. And if their number is decreased or if they get extinct, then diseases like rabies and all will increase because due to the street animals and the stray dogs. The next question is, after industrialization and urbanization, global warming and pollution have increased. The reason is, industrialization has encouraged indiscriminate exploitation of natural resources. Here, A is the correct answer. Both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. In the last UPPSC exam, we find a number of such questions. So we have tried to incorporate as much as diversity we can put in our paper as per the needs of the exam. So you get used to this type of questions. The next question is, global warming increases due to dust and ash discharged by volcanic eruption. The next point is, global warming decreases as the number of solar spot increases. So what do you think? Here B is the correct answer. Global warming decreases due to the release of volcanic ash. It helps in cooling of the environment. And the next statement is absolutely correct. The solar spot, also known as sunspot, if they increases, then the global warming decreases because the sun becomes cooler. The next question is, consider the following statements and choose the correct statement. India contributes the most to global carbon dioxide emission, and the per capita carbon dioxide emission rate in India is higher than the global average. Here D is the correct answer. Both the statements are wrong. As per, in terms of per capita, US is the highest emitter of carbon dioxide, and in the overall, China is the highest. As I already told you, India is the highest emitter of sulfur oxide. The next question is, what is the official name of the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development? And a very easy question, but you have to know it. So we are trying to revise it as far as possible. In which of the following conferences was there a provision for setting up of Green Climate Fund? This fund is very important to remember. So this was formed in Cancun Conference of 2010. It was formally established within United Nations Framework and Convention on Climate Change. It was, however, first mentioned in the Copenhagen Accord of 2009, that is COP15. It is an operating entity of the financial mechanism to assist developing countries in adaptation and mitigation practices to counter adaptation and mitigation of climate-related problems. The next question is, consider the following statements and choose the false statement here, or the incorrect. RED Plus is about providing financial support for conservation and sustainable management of forest. So as if you have heard my lecture in the previous question, if you have heard very seriously, then you can solve it easily. I have explained already this one. RED was limited to deforestation and forest degradation, but only RED Plus covered deforestation and forest degradation as well as afforestation. Here C is the correct answer. RED is of United Nations. The next question is, ozone is formed as a result of oxygen's reaction with the sun's ultraviolet rays. The next point is, the ozone layer is located in the stratosphere. Absolutely correct. The next is, ozone layer increases ultraviolet radiation reaching the earth. Here C is the correct answer. Ozone layer there, it does not increases, but it cuts the ultraviolet rays through its presence. The next question is, you have to choose the incorrect statement. The Montreal Protocol is an international treaty to prevent ozone degradation. This is a true statement, so this will not be the option, so we can cut one. It was adopted on 16 September 1987, due to which we celebrate 16 September as Ozone Day. This statement is also correct. The next statement is, the Montreal Protocol is a binding agreement. This statement is also correct. So D will be the correct answer. It is an international treaty which is designed to protect the ozone layer by phasing out production of numerous substances that are responsible for ozone degradation. It came into force on 1st Jan 1987. The next question is, the following is an incorrect statement. You have to find out the incorrect statement. Ozone hole was identified in Antarctica in 1984. Carbon dioxide is most responsible for ozone degradation. Chapman cycle is another name for ozone cycle, and the thickness of ozone layer is measured in Dobson. Here B is the wrong statement. The main cause of this degradation of ozone layer is fluorinated gases like chlorofluorocarbon, hydrofluorocarbon, and sulfur hexafluoride. The next question is statement and reason. Scandinavian countries have the highest effect due to acid rain. The harmful gases from the industrial establishment of Britain and Germany are transported to this country by the southern westerly wind. Both the statements are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. So A will be the correct answer. The next question is, choose the incorrect statement. Incorrect. Lichen is a good indicator of air pollution. This is a correct statement, so this cannot be the option. Helsinki Protocol provides for controlling sulfur emission. Acid rain is caused only due to natural causes only, and buildings made of white marble are affected due to acid rain. So here C will be the correct answer, because it is not only caused by natural reason, it is mainly caused due to man-made reasons. Natural causes are not too much that it can affect us so badly. We human beings have aggravated the problem. So man-made causes are mainly responsible. And if you think that this Helsinki Protocol, we have one Helsinki Convention which is related to ozone protection, and Helsinki Protocol is for controlling sulfur emission. This is absolutely correct. The next question is, the Brundtland report is related to sustainable development. It was published in 1987 by the name of Our Common Future, which was published by Oxford Press University. The next question is, when was the National Green Tribunal established to address the environmental concerns? It was established in 2010. The act also came in the same year. So the first chairman was Lokeshwar Singh Pant. And one more thing, that it draws inspiration from Article 21 of the Constitution. Very important to remember. This can also come in statement. And it has original jurisdiction on matters of substantial question relating to environment and damage to the environment due to specific activity. It follows the principle of natural justice. And its chairman can be retired judge of Supreme Court, which is appointed by the central government with the consultation of Chief Justice of India. Very important to remember. The next question is, the goals of sustainable development are all of the above. The first one is goal 1, poverty. You can remember the key points. Gender equality we have in goal 5. Access to affordable, reliable, sustainable and modern energy is goal 7. We have hunger, which is goal 2. Good health, goal 3. Quality education, goal 4. So I have remembered it through key points. And this is very important. This question, similar question like this was seen in UPPSC 2019. The next question is, green manure is used for all of these. The qualities of an ideal green manure crop are minimum cost of raising, minimum irrigation, ability to grow rapidly, or all of the above. So D will be the correct answer. The next question is, the following is not a pre-independence institution. Very easy, we have discussed it already. So National Wildlife Board was established in the year 2003. Apart from this, all these are pre-independent bodies. So it's very important for us to remember the year also. Botanical Survey of India was established in the year 1890. Bombay Natural History Society was established in the year 1883. Zoological Survey of India was established in the year 1960. Other important act is Wildlife Protection Act, which came in the year 1972. We have Environment Protection Act, which came in the year 1986. So these are important. So these years are very important to remember. It can also come in chronology, which was formed earlier, which was formed later. So please remember this. The next question is, the following is not a true statement with reference to National Green Tribunal. Not. It is a quasi-judicial authority for early disposal of matters related to environment protection. It is headquartered in Delhi, while each state capital has a regional office. It is a statutory body. Appeal can be made to the Supreme Court against the decision. So here B is the wrong answer, because it is headquartered in Delhi, but all the states do not have a regional office. So, all right. We have 4 regional offices. In the west, Pune; south, Chennai; east, Kolkata; and central, we have Bhopal. It has the responsibility of disposing of the case within 6 months. NGT is very important and it has always been in news. So please go through it very correctly and very thoroughly. The next question is, you have to match the following organization with their headquarter. Worldwide Fund. So here C is the correct answer. Worldwide Fund is in Mauritius. UNEP, Nairobi. IUCN, Gland. And International Water Management, C, Colombo. The next question is, which of the following energy is not included in renewable energy? All of the above are included in the renewable. Is not. Which of the following is not included in renewable energy? Here D is the correct answer. The next question is, natural gas reserves are found in Mumbai's coastal areas, in Krishna Godavari Delta region, and in Jaisalmer. Here D is the correct answer. All these are like hotspots of natural gas in India. The last question of the day and of the series is, the main petroleum producing region in India is all of the above. Mumbai High, Digboi is in Assam, Krishna Godavari Delta. So the main producing states are Gujarat, Assam, and Tamil Nadu, and basically these are found in the sedimentary rocks. So that's all for this series. We'll come up with a new series in the next lecture. Till then, thank you for listening, and like, share, and subscribe. And you can totally trust these videos for your preparation of Shankar IAS. You can test how far you have studied for this from this subject or from this particular topic.